everyone! Today I will be showing you 3 different methods on how you can make a ring for plant hangers. For our first method, we will be using a series of square knots to create a ring. To do this, I've just placed the ropes I'm going to be using to form the full plant hanger in the middle. I typically like to use 6 ropes measured anywhere from 10 to 15 feet of rope. To form the series of square knots, I will be using 2 extra pieces of rope, both of which are measured at 6 feet long, and I've just placed one to the left and one to the right of my little grouping of rope. Now we will start forming our square knots. To do this, I'm just going to take the side here on the right and cross it over all the strings in the middle to form a loop. Then I'm going to take the side on the left to cross over that right rope. It's going to go behind the grouping of ropes that are in the middle and through the loop. And then I'm just going to give that a nice gentle tug to tighten. Now I'm going to take the side here on the left to cross over the grouping in the middle. The side on the right is then going to go over the left rope, behind the ropes in the middle, and through the loop. And then I just pull that tight. And now I can continue making my square knots. I'm going to be making a total of 10 square knots. Once you have 10 square knots complete, we're going to take our little knots and fold it in half, and you'll notice we're forming a ring here. To connect our ring, we are going to be using another piece of rope, this one measured about 2.5 feet long. And I'm going to be tying a gathering knot. To do this, I'm just going to take my scrap piece of rope and fold it in half so that I have a long piece of rope and a short piece and a loop that hangs down below. I'm going to place this directly in front of my little square knots, and I like to hold it with my thumb to hold it into place. The tail is going to stick out here and the loop's going to hang right below, and I'm going to take this long piece of rope and start wrapping it around all my ropes. Once you've made a few rows of the wraps, you're going to stick that piece of rope that we were using to wrap around in the little loop. Then I'm going to take that short tail sticking up and I'm just going to pull it tight. Take a pair of scissors to cut off the remaining ends from your gathering rope and the 4 ends from creating the square knots. This is what the first ring should look like. Second method, we will be using a system of vertical lark's head knots. To do this, I've placed one rope. This rope is about 8 feet long, and I've placed it right off to the right of all the ropes I'll be using for my plant hanger. I'm going to take my rope here on the right and cross it over all those ropes so that we have this nice loop. Then I'm going to twist it around to go through the loop and give that a nice gentle tug to tighten. Then I'm going to send that rope underneath all the ropes in the middle to form my loop. it's going to twist around and go through the loop where I can pull it tight. And that is my first vertical lark's head knot. And now I'm just going to repeat this. And once you have about 12 knots finished, we are going to take our little knot sinnet and fold it in half. And you want to fold it so that the pretty pattern stays up above. And then we're going to secure this with another gathering knot as we did before. And once you have your gathering knot finished, you can just go ahead and again trim the ends from the gathering knot and the two ends from the knot we did to form the loop. And this is what it will look like all finished up. It's a very, very fun little loop for your plant hangers. The third way we will be making a ring is by using a wrapping method. We're going to bring in a second rope, and again this is measured about 8 feet long, and I'm just going to tie a simple knot around the ropes in the middle. Just like that. Now I'm going to take the long tail here and just start wrapping it around all the ropes. Continue wrapping this until you have reached the desired length, or about 20 times. And once you have tied all your little wraps, you can go ahead and untie that first knot we had made. And this will just help smooth everything out, so you might need to redo just a couple of your first little rows here, but it shouldn't be too bad. Then you can take your ropes and fold it in half so that you have your little loop here. And we're going to secure this with a gathering knot. Once again, trim off all the ends to finish your loop. And this is the finished product of that last loop. As you can see, this one is completely smooth, so it is a very timeless and classic look. I hope you guys found this video helpful and inspiring, and thank you so much for watching.